So there are two ways you can increase the amount you sell in any given week. First way is to increase your average order size, sell more sets. And obviously, that's an important thing to do, and we have plenty of good tools on that. But the second way you can increase the amount you sell in a week is by doing more demos. And obviously, to accomplish more demos, we got to work it backwards. We're going to require more phone time and doing it the right way, but we also need more people to call. And so, having more people to call, it's going to come down to a couple different sides. Now, first off, you're going to build up your list, obviously, through getting great recommendations. If you don't have your recommendation approach memorized, what are you waiting for? Just get that done, okay? But even beyond that, our initial list, that training list that you did all the way when you first started, is such a huge and important resource. I find a lot of times people, when they're new, they rush through that and they try to get to people they don't know too quickly. And even though it's fun to see people you don't know, every business starts off within their own network and seeing people they do. Your chicken list, those people that you know you could call, but you just hesitate on because you're just a little bit chicken, is an almost never ending resource of demos that you could be doing. And so you want to make sure that you are making the most of your own individual network. I always like to share a story about an assistant manager I had about 15 years ago. And 15, 20 years ago, a long time ago. And her name was Shannon. And Shannon had graduated from Red Oak High School. And so Shannon, when she got started, she was a band kid. Okay. It's not like she was student class president or the head cheerleader. Super cool person. She was a band kid. And so early on, she did a couple demos for some families from band. And it just went really well. They were just people that kind of understood her vibe and energy, and she felt really supported by. And so she decided she was just going to go see all the families in her band. There were about 40 families in band. There wasn't like a whole school directory, but she got a hold of like a band directory. And so she went through there and just reached out to every single family that she was in band with. And it ended up being just a really positive experience. She got good demos, she got good sales. Even if people told her no, that was okay. And so it was such a good experience that she just decided, what the heck, there were hundreds of people in her graduating class. I'm going to try and reach out to every single family in my graduating class. Now, I didn't tell her to do this, okay? None of the other managers did. She took it on herself. And the way that she did it, though, was really simple. Sometimes people hear that and they're like, oh my gosh, what did she say? Well, here's literally what she said. Let me pull it up right now. Now, I want to be clear, she didn't necessarily know a lot of these families. In fact, she knew a couple of those families from band. Those are the ones she called right away. But these were just people that she had been in band with their kids. Okay, so just to set the stage, it's weren't like these were her best friends. A lot of them she had never met their parents, but she just reached out. Now, how did she reach out to them? What did she actually say? Well, it's really simple. In fact, I want to share with you the exact script that we kind of banged out that she used. She would call. And by the way, always use people's first names when you first are asking to make sure you have the right person on the phone. People don't call me and ask for Mr. Carter, or they call and say, hey, is this Brian? Now, once you make sure you have the right person, well, then you can use their last name if you want. Do whatever you're most comfortable with. Okay. So, hi, is this Susan? Oh, hey, Mrs. Jones, this is Shannon. I don't know if my name rings a bell, but I actually graduated from Red Oak High School with your son Kevin here this last year. How's your day going so far? Oh, that's great. Well, hey, how the heck is Kevin? What is he planning this fall? Oh, Kevin's going to be going to Texas Tech, Shannon. We're really excited about it. How about you? What are you going to be doing? Oh, well, actually, that's the reason I was calling. I was hoping you could help me out with something that I'm doing to save some money for school. I'm going to be a student at UTA in the fall and even have a shot to earn a scholarship as well. Hey, do you have a super quick minute? Super quick second. Yes? Okay, great. Well, a lot of families from the Red Oak area have been super nice helping me out. I was hoping you might be able to help me out too. And then she went into the script. That was it. Now, Shannon got such a great response from this that she decided, what the heck? That went really well. I had a great experience calling these band families. I'm just going to try and call every family from my graduating class. And that's what she did. Now, she didn't lie to people. She didn't say, oh my gosh, me and Lily, we were like that. No, she just called and said, hey, I graduated with your daughter, Lily, this last year at Red Oak High School. How's Lily doing? What are her plans for the fall? How's your summer going? Are y'all having a really fun time? And guys, she had to do some digging. She had to find some numbers. She had good success finding directories for some of the clubs and associations. But over time, she just worked her way through it. Social media, friends of friends, a couple PTA moms, people that were well connected. And y'all, she reached out to every family in her graduating class. It was the damnedest thing. Now, she got tons of great recommendations and she went off to school. Worked a little bit part-time schedule while she was at school, became an assistant manager, awesome person, great job. Next summer, comes back, and we kind of laughed, and I was like, Shannon, you have so many people you can reach out to. How exciting is that going to be? All these recommendations from last summer. You didn't even scratch the surface because you were seeing all the Red Oak families. And she goes, yeah, absolutely, I'm going to do that. But I think I'm going to see some of the Red Oak high school families first, just kind of get my feet under me again, and then I'll sort of branch out into my recs. And I said, hey, that's great. What a great idea. So here's what Shannon did. Her older sister, Shelby, had graduated 2 years before her at Red Oak High School. Well, she happened to find a directory. It was literally a whole class directory from Shelby's graduating class. And you know what she did? She called every family in the graduating class. Okay. Now, again, sometimes people hear that and they're like, oh my gosh, what did she say? Like, what the heck did she do? Well, y'all, she used the exact same script. Let's go back to it. Okay. Hi, is this Susan? Oh, hey, Susan, this is Shannon. I don't know if my name rings a bell, but I actually graduated from Red Oak High School here this last year. In fact, my older sister, Shelby, graduated with your son, Kevin. How's Kevin doing? What's he up to these days? Oh, gosh, Kevin is actually down at Texas A&M, or Kevin is working a new job at blah, blah, blah. How's Shelby doing? Oh, Shelby's doing really well. Oh, thank you for asking. Well, hey, the reason I was calling, I was actually hoping you could help me out with something I'm doing to save money for school at UTA, maybe even earn a scholarship if things go well. Do you have a super quick minute? Okay, great. Well, a lot of families from the Red Oak area have been super nice helping me out. I want to see if you might be helping me out too. And she went into the script. Shannon went through, I kid you not, every family in the graduating class for older sister Shelby that second summer. Okay. And Shelby had graduated 3 or 4 years earlier. No big deal. All right. She killed it. She won another scholarship. She won many scholarships with our company, and it was awesome. Now, the next summer she came back. All right. And by this point, it was just a joke for me because I said, hey, Shannon, you have so many recommendations. Can't wait to see you just wreck shop. She goes, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, I'm going to see a few Red Oak families. I go, I know. You're going to call those recommendations 3 years from now. Because I looked at her and I go, I know it's coming. And she goes, you know what's coming. And I go, Shay. And she laughs and goes, Shay. Well, her younger sister, Shay, graduated from Red Oak High School that year. So guess what she did? Yep, every single family. We pull it right back up. But what did she say? Oh my gosh. She called up and said, hey, Mrs. Jones, hey, this is Shannon. I don't know if my name rings a bell, but I actually graduated from Red Oak High School 3 years ago. In fact, my younger sister Shay just graduated this year with your daughter, Sandra. How the heck is Sandra doing? Is she really excited for the fall? Is she going to be going to college in the fall? Okay, great. Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm going to be a junior at UTA. In fact, that's the reason I was calling. I was hoping you might be able to help me with something I'm doing really quick for school. Again, I'm going to be a junior at UTA this upcoming year, and I'm saving money for school. I also have a shot to earn a scholarship. Do you have a super quick second? Okay, great. A lot of families from the Oak area have been super nice to help me out. I was hoping you help me out too. And then she went to the script. Guys, literally, over a 3 year period of time, she called through 3 entire graduating classes. And anytime I tell people that, it always like blows them away. They always go, oh my gosh, but didn't people tell her no? It's always the question I get from my team. And I always laugh and go, yeah, a lot of people told her no. But you know what a lot of other people also said? Yes, absolutely. And by the way, when people told her no, you know what Shannon said? She just killed him with kindness. When someone would say, oh, Shannon, I don't think we can help you out, or we're not interested, she would answer the objection. She would do her best. And then she would say, hey, I completely understand. Guys, thank you so much for taking my call even. I just appreciate that. It was great to talk to you. And I just hope you'll have an amazing summer. And that was it. Guys, does that sound super negative or bad? No. In fact, people weren't expecting that level of professionalism from her. They weren't expecting that level of confidence. And so half the time when she said that, they would literally be like, oh, well, I mean, you too, Shannon. Well, you caught us at a busy time, guys. Actually, if you hit us up like next week, maybe we can even see them. Oh, okay, cool. If you think that's better, I'm happy to call you then. So, but guys, even if they didn't do that, she just always left it with so much gratitude and positivity. Oh my gosh, Mrs. Jones, I totally understand. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you even taking my call. I hope you guys have just the best summer ever, and I hope I get to run you around town. She just left it with such a positive note. Guys, it's all upside. There's no downside. Now, maybe you don't have a class directory. Maybe that's not something that exists at your school. That's okay. It doesn't at a lot of schools. Sometimes it does, but it doesn't always. But if you go through a high school yearbook, if you go through like old Facebook groups or group me's or things like that, and you just see all this list of people you had classes with, guys, just do a little bit of legwork. Go on social media, all right? Go search people out. You'll be able to find their parents pretty easily. Just go through and do the work, all right? I'll just say that, do the work. See if there's a PTA list or anything like that. And then when you're actually looking for numbers, you want to start with your brainstorming list. I always recommend using True People Search. It's a really great website. If you can put in people's names, put in one of their parents' names and the city that they're in, a lot of times it's going to get you a really good phone number to reach them at. But again, it kind of comes down to like finding the numbers is a separate conversation. Start off by doing the list, but you got to decide first that you're willing to do it, that it's worth it to do it, that your goals matter enough. The numbers become a secondary thing. You could spend the day in the office with your manager and find 20, 30, 50 numbers if you really work at it, but you got to start with that list and a willingness to actually do it. And so does this have to be your exact answer? No. But could it be? Yes. Be bold. Don't be afraid. All right. In the description of this video, I will put that exact text if you want to try and use that, and keep working hard, but do the work to expand your network. Fortune favors the bold. Every single person that we sell an ultimate set to, every customer I sell a business gift for a Cutco Kitchen, that customer was on some other rep's chicken list. There was some other rep that could have called them and they just didn't because they were afraid. What if they say no? What if they think I'm weird? All these things. That's fine. I'll just go sell them and I'll go make that money, but I'd rather be you. Work on that list.